Hi, welcome to my Q&A. I will be answering questions some of you guys have sent me. So let's get to the first set of questions. My favorite Ariana and Nicki collab will either be Get on Your Knees or Bed. 1. Guilty as Sign. 2. The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. 3. So High School. 1. In My Head. 2. 7 Rings. 3. Fake Smile. Sadly no, but hopefully one day. Probably this one.
Oh goddamn, you got me in love again. You got me in love again. You got me in love again. You got me in love again.
Next question. I would say maybe an 8. Because in some situations, you might get pressured to choose between Ari and Tay. And you might get shade for standing both. I do think about Lover Fest sometimes, and I am disappointed that we never got to see it. But I think that's why the Eras tour opens with Lover. Taylor is giving Lover its moment that it was robbed of. 3. My favorite album from Taylor is either Reputation or Speak Now. And from Ariana would have to be Sweetener and Eternal Sunshine. And favorite songs would have to be Guilty as Sign from Taylor and I Wish I Hated You from Ariana. I would pass away if Ari and Taylor would collab on the deluxe edition of Eternal Sunshine. I would love to go the Eras tour, but Taylor is not coming to my country. 6. I became a Swiftie in the Lover era, 2019. And I became an Arianator in the Dangerous Woman era, 2016. Next question. 1. Taylor Swift. 2. Ariana Grande. 3. Post Malone. 4. Sabrina Carpenter. 5. Rihanna. It has to be this one. My favorite Ariana music video is Don't Call Me Angel. It's also my favorite one to edit. And my favorite Taylor music video could either be Bad Blood or Anti-Hero. Next question. 1. Arianators because of how kind and supportive they are. I do adore Swifties, but they can be a bit judgmental. Sadly, I cannot vote in my country because I'm not 18. 3. I cannot choose between Sebastian Stan, Chris Evans, Anthony Mackie, and Elizabeth Olsen. But I will say Sebastian Stan because, well, if you know, you know. Ari and Tay are queens in my heart. Last question. A lot of practice. If some of you guys have been here since the beginning, you will notice that I'm always experimenting with different effects and colorings. I was always committed to improving my editing. And I still am, but one thing I did was never give up on my hobby, and I asked others for advice, and I took a lot of inspiration from other editors that I adore. And from now on, I will give out editing advice to anyone who needs it, because it's not fair to gatekeep all of my secrets of how to work with CapCut. I really don't consider myself a pro, but thank you so much for thinking that. It really means a lot to me. And that's all the questions. It was so fun to answer all the questions, but if you guys have some questions, feel free to put them in the comments and I will answer them. But I hope you guys have a happy day, and I will see you guys in the next video.